Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Vishwambara, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda Hari Hari. Hello everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome to our show today. And we have our guest star appearing here today, Tom. Bhakta Tom. Thank you for coming. Okay, so let's chant a little japa here without the music. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. How are we on sound, man? Is it any good? Is it number 4 or number 5? Or is it 8 out of a 10?
It's perfect now.
Less echo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Radhe, Krishna, Shri Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Nicharanda, 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 Nicharanda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya
Hare
Jaya Shri
Krishna,
Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Hare
Here.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya
Hare.
Bhagavat here.
Ram Ram Hare Hare. Where is it?
Ah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sri Mishra returns to the spiritual world. Page 85 in the Hari Lila. Sri Mishra returns to the spiritual world. All glories to Sri Gaurachandra, who is an ocean of mercy. All glories to the radiant moon, which has arisen in the house of Sri Mishra and Sachi Devi. All glories to the life and soul of Nityananda. All glories to the congregational chanting. All glories to the congregational chanting of the holy names of Sri Krishna, the treasure house and religion of this age. All glories to the chanting of the holy names of Sri Krishna, the treasure house and the religion of this age. There you go. That's it, man. Now, how would you like to have a religion like that? Huh? Religion, chanting the name? You mean that's religion? Yeah. That's it. That's the best religion, man. Because, anything where you can feel God's presence is the best religion. If you can feel God close to you, there you go, man. And chanting the holy name is the way to do it. See, that's why it's the religion of the age, is because it connects you like this to God, especially when you get the mantra from the association of ecstatic devotees who are like that with it already. So easy. Yeah. They chant the holy name and God manifests, and then automatically auspiciousness is there. Auspiciousness comes from the Lord automatically. Auspiciousness in the world is created by Lord Brahma, which is under the direction of ultimately God, Krishna, the supreme God. But still, it's a creation, auspiciousness in the world. Auspicious is considered mode of goodness, but it's just a creation. It's not as good as auspiciousness that is spontaneous and is automatically accompanies the presence of God. See, you got to create auspiciousness in this world. It takes work. Auspiciousness is immediately manifested when the Lord appears in this world. And when he's called, like especially like now, if anybody can call Krishna or Lord Caitanya or any transcendental personality to appear, automatically auspiciousness appears. No work. No difficulty. No, let's say I got to create auspiciousness by fasting and by doing some regulative hard disciplines, meditation. See, that's a creation of Brahma. God's auspiciousness is automatic, and the devotee can draw that into this world, and the world automatically becomes auspicious. You know, when Krishna appeared in this world, literally, physically, took a human-like form, auspiciousness appeared. Real auspiciousness. Eternal auspiciousness. Nobody knows what real auspiciousness is. Oh, this person's an auspicious personality because they're a Brahmin. That's nothing impressive, really. This person's his association or hers association is auspicious because they have a transcendental relationship with God, and the Lord is present when they chant the name. Holiness appears. Wow, this person is a holiness, not a his wholeness. Holes in that, a lot of holes in that one. His, her holiness. Look, when they chant God's name, holiness appears. The Lord himself appears. Hey, people don't know what real auspiciousness is. What real purification is simply drawing the presence of the Lord in your life. And what they call pure devotees are able to do that. And we make those kind of devotees here. We generate them, man. Just like QR codes. You ever tried to generate a QR code on your phone? Well, we generate pure devotees like that. We just scan them, and then they're here. They're manifest. God's manifest. Yeah. So auspiciousness. That's what it is the presence of the Lord. The Lord came here to teach us those things, and of course they've been forgotten. Now people think sannyasis are auspicious that follow the varnashram system, or they think a Brahmin is auspicious. Or they think doing a good deed is auspicious. Or they think a guru who is in the, maybe a good Brahmin, or maybe a bad Brahmin, or he's pretending to be a Brahmin. Who knows? They think that's auspicious. And you know what, Lord, I'm just here to teach what Lord Caitanya teaches. I love that, man. So easy. Easy peasy. Yeah, Lord Caitanya says not even a perfect Brahmin or sannyasi can purify themselves or anybody else unless they're engaged in pure devotional service. And what is that meaning there, Tom? What does it mean to be engaged in pure devotional service?
Wow, what does it mean to be engaged in service?
Here, just a second.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Well, I don't know. Okay, let's try that. Say something.
Sound test.
Okay, good. There you go.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So what does it mean to be engaged in pure devotional service? Well, the first thing I have to think about is surrendering. Just leave all those troubles behind, those anarthas, unnecessary unnecessary engagements. Just leave them, and then you become functional. Now I don't hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of these persons in religion, in Vaishnavism, will say, "Well, we're surrendering to the Lord." See, that's kind of like, okay, that comes along with it. But the essence is, if you're engaged in pure devotional service, you will chant the holy names, which is God, is not different than his name, and ecstatic devotion awakens in your heart. Love of God awakens in your heart. See, auspiciousness is automatic. Automatically, you're purifying yourself. Actually, God is purifying just by appearing in your heart. And just by that appearance, anybody close to you is getting from them ecstatic prema emanates. Oh, that does stuff, man. Oh, by their word, their realizations, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 realizations, real knowledge realizations, real understanding of the essence of truth realizations. Oh, talk about Thor's hammer, man. Hammer of truth. Give me a nail. I don't think the nail would last under that kind of hammer. Snap. Yeah, unless the nail is a pure devotee, man. And will drive those stakes into the world. Yeah. See, pure devotion. So that kind of devotee can purify themselves automatically and purify others more than a Brahmin. A Brahmin, unless they've got this mercy, and this mercy is so high that Lord Caitanya kicked brahmacharis out of his kirtan. He said, "Get out of here, man! You're just a brahmachari. You're just an austere person. You're just a renunciate. You're just a regulative chanter, man." And what do they do here in Vaishnavism now? They glorify renunciates. They glorify austere persons. They do the opposite of what Lord Caitanya did. Lord Caitanya booted them out. I boot them out also. I'm here to teach what Lord Caitanya taught. I don't know what about you gurus out there teaching. I'm here to teach what Lord Caitanya taught. He says, hey, brahmacharis, renunciates, that ain't the real path. The real path is the devotee. The devotee has love for them. That prove it, man. Show you right before your eyes. They got tears, man. They got a jolly laugh. They got potent words. They got truth, man, the essence. There's Satchidananda in person in this world, dancing on the stage of the world. Yeah, just blowing away the speculators, blowing away the inconclusive. Yeah. See, this is the essence of the truth. See, if you come here, you become directed properly, not misdirected, not speculating things. Well, that's a really high standard. You got to have prema, well, that's many lifetimes, but, we'll teach you that it's about being a sannyasi. It's about being a Brahmin. It's about being a regulative devotee. That's the essence of truth. No, the essence of truth is right in here. The essence of truth is a loving, ecstatic relationship with Lord Caitanya that he's given through the real disciplic line now. Okay? Very easily. You just got to get purified. Just come here, let us take some of the clothing off you've been carrying. Let's take some of those jackets off. It's too, you don't need them now. It's nice and cool in here. Nice, it's room temperature. You don't need to protect yourself here, from Klaus Schwabs and all that stuff here. Yeah. So here you can be close to the Lord, and it's wonderful. See, he's taking his jacket off. It's working. Preaching's effective here. So just by hearing the pastimes of Lord Caitanya, devotional service to the Supreme Lord is immediately achieved. See, devotional service is hearing conclusive truth and being inspired, being uplifted. See, immediately achieved. If you're inspired by conclusive truth, wonderful. If you hear it and you hate it, wonderful. You're being purified also. It's absolute. Yeah, you're getting the stuff out of you. If you hear this stuff, you say, "Gar, you're an asshole. You're a liar. You're a prick. You're a terrible person. You're a hypocrite. You're a liar." Yeah, get it out, man. That's what I like to hear. Get it out. Get some relief, man. This is how people go to the toilet when they comes through their mouth. Didn't Jesus said that? He said people go to the toilet through their mouth when you meet an empowered devotee. He said that. He says, what comes out of your butt doesn't pollute you. What comes out of your mouth, is the pollution. See? Blasphemies, hatred for God, hatred for the devotees, all that. See, you go to the toilet when you get purified. You meet a devotee, real devotee. They preach the truth to you, and then you get diarrhea of the mouth. You see, and it comes out. You get purified. I know it's gross. I know. But it's what happens. I got to get some people's attention sometimes. They got to be grossed out. Really gross. Oh, do you see what he said? Yeah.
How is it possible that you use these words? Because
I don't know, Tom. I'm surprised myself. Where did they come from?
I was using them too recently, and now you it's like I'm receiving an echo or something.
Really? That's
Yes,
amazing.
I use these words to
We're on the
funny
same
and
frequency.
to funny and to Amy Rose, and
Yeah.
now they are coming from you again.
I must have picked him up from the ether.
Yes, yes, I'm really thinking like that. Yes, we are in the same
Wavelength.
and the timeline.
I'm just practicing giving classes, that's all. Every day I just come here to practice chanting, practice giving classes, practice playing the flute. Okay, while Lord Caitanya lived in Jagannath Mishra's house, his absolute identity was wrapped in complete secrecy, and no one could recognize him. As many games as there are for boys in the world, young Nimai played them all. Who knows the names of all these games? The wonderful pastimes of Lord Caitanya have been revealed in the Vedas and the Puranas. Ah, that was why, okay. Perfectly absorbed in the mood of a child, Lord Gauranga passed many years. At last, the time arrived for him to accept the sacred Brahmin thread. I'm going to go to another pastime. I'm not feeling very fatherly today.
It's so wonderful how you feel those energies and the mood, what is necessary, what everyone needs. It is like one heart space we are in, this frequency. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah. All right, let's see what else. What kind of mischief can we get into here? How about this? Pastimes of Nityananda.
Yeah.
Glories of Mari Gupta.
When you came online, I was just uploading some excerpts from previous one.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's good.
They are on my timeline, and then I also spread them out.
All right, good. I'll check them out. Yeah. So, Morari woke up immediately. So Lord Caitanya said, "I'm going to give you a dream, and I'm gonna instruct you on something here." So this is page 478. Morari woke up immediately and began to shed tears. Heavily breathing, he kept repeating Nityananda's name. Oh, actually, I'll read the beginning of the pastime. All glories to Lord Gaurasima, the Sun. This is page 475, 477. The glories of Murari Gupta. The shade of your lotus feet drives away all distress. Yep, that's it. That's what we do here, man. The shade of your lotus feet. The shade. What is the shade? What is the lotus feet? The lotus feet are the pastimes of the Lord. The shade is his holy names. See, and the question people should ask is, am I getting that shade? Do I feel the shade? Do you feel cool when you chant the holy name, or is it just work? Are you doing an austerity? Or do you chant the holy name and you feel, oh, wow, this feels nice and cool. Ooh, nice. I feel good, transcendentally, blissful, ecstatic, purified. Okay? So that's the whole thing. Sadhu Sangha is the best way to get that shade, man. Otherwise it's just, you're just religion. It's still religion. You speculate. In Sadhu Sangha, you get two main things. You get the essence of the truth, which means you get directed straight into the gate, straight into the kingdom. See? And you get the feeling, the attachment for the name, which gives you the shade. See? Attachment to the name. 1 and 1 equals 2. The result, right? So, shade and attachment to the shade equals, the result, purification, happiness. So the attachment for the name, see, gives you the shade. You feel it. You got to feel it sometime. Otherwise, it's just religion. It's external. You don't even know why you're in religion. People don't know. You don't know until you hear from a devotee what religion is for. Nobody knows. You think these Vaishnavas know what religion is for? If they did, they'd be here in a heartbeat, for God's sake. It's all coming to the devotee who has the shade. And they give you the shade. Man, I tell you, man, it's all about the shade. You come here, we'll give you a pair of these, man. No problem, man. Just nice shades, man. Shade you from the material energy. It's all about shades, man. The shade. I love these. It's just one sentence. You can go off for hours sometimes. It's all about the shade, man. Get it. Sadhu Sangha is for simply to get attached to the name of the Lord, so you get the shade. See, the pastimes. See, the lotus feet of the Lord are his pastimes. Brahma said this. I'm not speculating. Lord Brahma said, the lotus feet of the Lord are his pastimes and his name. Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll find it in there somewhere. And if you don't believe that, you don't believe in Krishna. You don't have any real experience of Krishna. Because if you do, you'll say, yep, his name is my shades. Man, protects me from the son of Maya. See? That son of Maya does not bother me. She's just very useful for preaching now. I use the son of Maya for the preaching of the real son of God. See? Oh, you think the son of God is a person, that's usually false ego. They have a lot of these Jesuses, these reincarnations out nowadays. They're the son of God. They all want to be, no, my son is the Lord, man. That's why you pick anybody coming here and wanting to be the rising star here, you're going to be, what do you call, diminished a bit first. You want to know the rising star is the Lord, man. Can you make that Lord rise? Not your big false egos here. You still you want to be a rising star here. Krishna will help you in ways that you don't understand. But you will understand. It's all about the rising star is the sun. The real sun is the Lord. Not, I'm the son of God. That's what got a lot of Jesus coming. Yes, I'm the reincarnation of Jesus, or reincarnation of Nityananda, reincarnation of Advaita. All these rising false egos. No, it's not a devotee. Devotee's thinking, my Lord, you're my rising star. Yeah. And that's when he makes you a real guru, man. When you're like that, that takes a bit of purification, man. It's not easy to get over the rising star thing. It takes a while. I got a lot of taste, a lot of ecstatic worship for a while. Yeah, like the thing, he is risen, he is risen. The false ego thinks, yes, he is risen. I have risen. No. He is risen. Yeah, man. I'm here to resurrect that Lord every day. That's all I want to do, man. Let's get him up out of bed, right, Tom? Let's get that Lord out of bed. Jump on the bed like the cowherd boys do. They come to get him out of bed, man, so the devotees can play with God. So he has to rise. Get him rising up. Hallelujah. One day Caitanya was visiting Srivas Pandit's house with Nityananda. As they were sitting, Murari Gupta came in and prostrated himself at the lotus feet of Lord Caitanya. Looking effulgent, he got up again and prostrated himself before Nityananda. Ooh, it's an offense. Lord Caitanya was always pleased with Murari. So now he spoke frankly to Murari, saying, what you did just now by first offering obeisances to me and then to Nityananda was a violation of Vaishnava etiquette. Why do you, of all people, do this? You are supposed to teach others who are ignorant about these esoteric truths. So what is the meaning, Tom? What offense did Murari Gupta do according to the Vaishnava etiquette? Trick. Hint. I got a hint.
Transcendental. That's the word I heard. Transcendental truth. Half point.
Yeah. Well, according to Vaishnava etiquette, and actually it's a good way to teach. See, Lord Caitanya, and you'll see in the dream, I'll give you a spoiler. Spoiler alert! Spoil the past, the spoiler. We'll just cut to the chase. I might not get that far today anyway. Yeah. So the Lord says, oh, you paid obeisances to me first? That's not right. See, I'm younger. In the dream, he showed Murari that I'm actually younger. Lord Nityananda's older. See, so older means older brother. That works in the Mahamaya. You got big brother here, which is the government. See, the government, isn't it funny? People, they talk about draconian governments, but it's natural in Maya to have big brother who has a parental feeling towards the kingdom. Okay? So they want to be like father. They have a fatherly relationship with a citizen. They think they know better and stuff like that, and maybe sometimes they do, And so that's the big brother that people are afraid of. The government, the authorities, the overlords, the elites, those kind of people who are actually they're the sub-controllers of the world. The Lord is using them, or Mahamaya is using them, but still under the ultimate direction of the Lord. So the Lord says, okay, you want to teach people devotional service? They got to surrender to Big Brother. So I'm younger. He's younger. You know why? Because he's in the heart and he's like small. He's not even awakened. He's like younger so much he's still in the womb of your heart, not even born. So that's the job of the older brother. Nityananda is considered the elder brother. This bona fide spiritual master represents Nityananda, the older brother. See, they have that relationship developed, and when you come under their association and tutelage, then they awaken the younger brother in you. See, that's Krishna. See, and because that they have they have that happen already, either in another life or they were always like that. Yeah, yeah. So that's the Lord's trying to teach Murari is like you need to teach people in general, otherwise they go right to the younger brother, but the younger brother doesn't awaken. This is the problem. See, people are trying to wake up Krishna in the heart by all the wrong ways that really don't work. Oh, I'll wake up the younger brother by renunciation. The older brother won't teach you that. The older brother who knows the younger brother who's not so young in them anymore, see, is more mature in them, won't teach that. Or may teach that as a temporary thing, like renunciation, austerities, or even regulative varnashram dharma, might teach that. See? But the older brother will teach that, okay, you need a bona fide spiritual master and learn from them. And whatever they offer, it could be Vaidhi, like Prabhupada. He's an older brother. He offered Vaidhi Bhakti to the world. They needed it. They needed to learn about Krishna first. Do some regulative devotional service first. Engage the body first, work for Krishna, build temples for Krishna, stuff like that for a while. But it's not the ultimate. Now, the devotees, some of them are ready to know the deeper instruction. See? And again, you have to go to Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is a representative of the other older brother, Prabhupada. So in the real line now, older brother is here and we're teaching how to go to the next stage of bhakti. See, now the problem is a lot of people are not at that level of being an older brother in Vaishnavism. See? They actually need the help of the older brother. See? To move on. Otherwise, they stay where they're at. What they got from Prabhupada and Prabhupada's disciples are still giving out the same thing. You notice we're giving out something different. Like Jesus gave out something different. He gave out attachment to the Lord. Lord Caitanya gave out deeper attachment to Krishna. See, we're doing the same thing. We're giving out a deeper attachment. See, that deeper feeling for Krishna so that you can feel the shade. And it feels good to feel the shade, man. After baking in the hot sun of Maya for your whole life practically, and then baking still, and can't get relief from speculation much, can't get relief from these Mayavadi gurus even. And then you come under the shelter here and you start feeling the shade, because your love, your attachment for the Lord is arising, awakening. There you go. See, and you learn that from Shiksha Guru, who's the big brother. So Lord Caitanya said, no, you should pay obeisance to big brother. They're more important. When you do that, then that you're saying you're going to learn from big brother. See, a lot of people, they want to go directly to God, or they want to go indirectly to God through those who are not really qualified big brothers. They can't help you very well, like the government. See, religion is similar to politics, just maybe a step up, maybe. See, they're the big brothers in politics and the society, especially now, people are learning, wow, they can't really help me that well. They got material motives. They're telling me to do things that are actually not really good for me so they can make a profit. That's not very good instruction, is it? And then you got religious leaders doing the same kind of thing. God, they're just using me so they can make money off me. They can't really give me anything but a bunch of rules and regulations and austerities to do and engage me in their service. And what I get back is what? I can be a Brahmin, or I remember you give you a thread. You can be a Brahmin, you get a little pride, a little, what do you call, prestige. or give you a wife, nice, beautiful ISKCON girl or something, girl from India or something like that. See, still material. See, they give you something back. See, when you come now, for the devotees, if you come here, what are you going to get back for whatever you do, whether it's hearing or give some money or do some work, do some editing, whatever energy you do, what are you going to get back? Oh yeah, there's some kind of business going on here. If there's business in the world, there's business with God. But this business is God's business, and it's always the best. This business, what you get, is real treasure. Real treasure isn't being a Brahmin. That's maybe a mode of goodness. Real treasure isn't to get a beautiful wife or husband. We all know where that leads. Most people have some experience with that. It's temporary. Everything temporary. This is permanent, man. This is real treasure that lasts forever. Didn't Jesus talk about this treasure that you're all getting here? He taught what we teach. Don't store your treasure where moth and dust can corrupt and thieves can break in and steal it. And they usually do, don't they? Especially what's coming up now. You know, food shortages, people be breaking into houses and all kinds of stuff. See? Store your treasure in heaven, and more conclusive, store your treasure in Vrindavan. See, this is held for us in the new Vrindavan here. See, we store this. How do we do it? Sadhu Sangha every day. I just come here to accumulate. You know, like in Bitcoin, people are in an accumulation stage because it's kind of cheap now. So people are accumulating. See, and then it becomes more valuable. I do the same thing here. To me, this is my Bitcoin, really. This is better, man. I come here to accumulate every day, man. Chanting gets better to me. Oh, more treasure today. More ecstasy coming. Oh, more realization. Oh, boy, man, have I collected gold? Yeah, and it's mining. It's like a mining adventure here, and using the tongue. Hare Krishna, Krishna, tongue, mouth, and lips, teeth. The tools. We're already provided natural tools, Tom. Isn't that amazing? The tools are so natural. Just teeth, lips, mouth, and tongue are mining tools to mine treasure here. I love it, man. Ears. See? Eternal benefit, all of this. And this stuff stays with us. When the body passes, we take this with us. Come on, man. Why wouldn't anybody want a treasure that lasts forever? And how you can know even now it's not a pie in the sky. You see every day, man. It's just the treasure increases. The enlightenment increases. The lightness increases. We become lighter, brighter, more deeper fulfillment. You're already fulfilled when you connect with Krishna. You get more. See, so this is God business. This is perfect business. This is pure business. This is purifying business. Now, this is as pure as you're going to get in the material world. Everything else falls 2 fingers too short, right, Tom? 2 fingers too short. Everything else that I've seen, you can't capture Krishna. 2 fingers too short or more, maybe 3 fingers. And Krishna does this. 3 fingers, he goes, you're not going to get me that way. You got to come in the right way, otherwise that's what I give you. Ooh, controversial today, man. It's just a finger, man. So it's just like bent like that. So what? Has anybody got a problem with that? Does this cause an emotional upheaval? Do you feel triggered? I can't help it. I'm a bad boy. Shamaguri. Okay, I'll wash my finger with soap later. I dirtied it. I polluted this finger, man. So I got to wash it with soap to do penance. That'll be my penance. It's just the middle finger. But it has meaning, you know.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
That was a good one, huh, Shamaguri? Shamasundari. Were you thinking about that too, Tom, earlier? Or is that a new one?
The finger was new one. Yes. I'm now. I was thinking of these colors, like the what's the third chakra? It's yellow.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
yellow, and when it becomes empowered, then it becomes gold. And I'm watching these colors, like you are very much gold, and background is gold,
Mhm.
but this one is gray. Yes. So I think I'm focused on this upgrade or this empowerment. Yeah, on this promotion.
Mhm.
That's my train of thought these days.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's get back here. Why do you, of all people, do this? You are supposed to teach others who are ignorant about these esoteric rules. See, esoteric. See, conclusive truth like this is very esoteric. Go to Big Brother. See, if you haven't attained love of Krishna, I'm just going to tell people blunt, so maybe some people looking for the real path can see it. If you haven't attained love of Krishna, then you need Shiksha Guru. I mean, if you want to attain it quicker, otherwise you're going to go many lifetimes or at least another lifetime. And then you're going to have to act according to what I'm saying here. You're going to have to, if you're lucky, there'll be another qualified, empowered spiritual master that you'll have to go to do the final leg of the journey. Okay? So you can do it now if anybody is given sufficient intelligence. You come and you give respect to Big Brother. And how do you know the qualities of Big Brother? Well, in our line, they chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. And they're very conclusive, mature in their understanding, mature in their realized knowledge, convincingly so, logically so, clearly so. So you see, this person is used by God. If you can't say that after being around either like really sincerely looking, then they're either not qualified or they are qualified and you're not qualified to listen because your mind is going all over the place when you listen to them or when you're trying to understand if they're saying what they're saying is true. You're really attentive listening and all that, then you will have, if you are like that and you really want a relationship with God, you'll get results. You notice people get results here. You get testimonies all the time. See, where are the testimonies in Vaishnavism? I don't see. Everybody's just putting on a big hoopla, big, flowers and flowers, lots of garlands around their gurus. But where's the testimonies, man? Where are people standing up and saying, "My God, my life has been revolutionized. I'm not the same person anymore." You have any Lalita Gangas or Yohans or Amy's or Shamagoris or Shama Sundaris or anybody like that, or Janakis, Govindas standing up? Where's the testimonies? I don't see any testimony page. How come we have so many testimonies on the page? Who is it? Who's performing those results? The Lord. The Lord's doing the works, proving that. See, people, they don't know. They're so darn superficial. They're looking for paper testimonies on the wall. You see, I got my Bhakti Shastra. You see, he's been voted in guru. They voted in the Vatican popes. They vote. But where is God's vote, man? God's vote is in your heart. God's vote is in the deed he does in your heart, in your actions, in your understanding, your realization. Where is that? Here. Is that in the chart? You got anybody standing up in the Charya Dave's group? Or Radhanath saying, man, my life has changed, man. I am different. I feel spiritual feelings, man. I got God. I got a relationship with God. I can't sleep at night. I'm just so juiced up. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit passionate. So what do you think? Am I going crazy, Shema-san? I don't know, I seem so passionate.
I think, Guru Maharaj, that you are like Krishna, a little bit naughty, a little bit mystic, like a little bit with purpose, a little bit like hiding, because it's mystic. Because every time, not every time, but very often, I have this feeling that this is the best lecture ever. And I would let my hands to be cutted, because I'm like, wow, everybody should know this. And then I hear the same and I have the same feeling and I'm like, wait, what is going on? I had this before, so this I take right now as your mystic power, so yes, beautiful.
So any reports? Give us an update today.
Guru Maharaj, you will take everything out of me.
Yeah, I like to squeeze. I like to squeeze devotees.
I'm transcendentally sentimental today because I am moved. I am moved because of this relationship. Because it feels like relationship. Feels like, like you take the breath in, you dive inside, you stiffen your body, and you're looking for Krishna, You're like, Krishna, Krishna, and he's coming. You just feel it. You just feel it. You just feel it, and you cannot deny, You are so sure that there is somebody in you, but because it's God, then it's like, how can it be real, How can it be real? So today I am very moved. I am moved. And I'm very happy to listening to you, devotees who are conclusive, who are appreciating. This is so much fun. This is so much fun.
Yeah, we're here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time. That's what it's about.
Yes, and it's really about attention. We must be attentive because otherwise you will not get him. Just focus on him. Just listen about him. Just just try to investigate him. Like focus. Just tune in to this name, and then.
Yeah, juicy.
Yeah. It was like before. It was like I couldn't stand it. It was almost painful, and now it's like Krishna, and it's like from the inside. Like very, like butterflies, like. I can live on this.
Oh, good. Yeah, good. I'm glad we're doing okay today. It's good. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. That's, as long as I stay in Krishna and he stays in me, I'm doing good. All right, I'll read a little more here. So, Murari became, Murari replied, "My Lord, what do I know? You are full of control of my heart. I have acted according to your desire." That's the devotee surrendered. You know, the Lord says, "Oh, you didn't follow the etiquette." Yeah. He says, "What am I going to do, man? I just follow my heart." You know, he's not thinking, "Oh, I didn't follow." You know, no. Well, you know, my heart said I did this. This was, you know, this is your pastime. That's devotees, man. They like that. You know, just this is your pastime, Lord. I don't know why I did. I walked in the room and I just went spontaneously and paid my obeisances to you first. You know. And you see, Lord Caitanya said Murari was he was always pleased with Murari. He's always pleased, whether you know the devotee follows the etiquette or doesn't. He's always pleased with the devotee. See, because he's a devotee. That's the secret. That's why a devotee always pleased with the Lord, whether he follows the etiquette or not. See, reciprocal. See, the Vaidhi bhaktas that are on the Vaidhi level, if you don't follow the etiquettes, if you don't follow the rules, they're not pleased with you. Ask Shama Sundari's guru, ex-guru, or guru. We'll call him guru because we keep him in the family. Yeah, he doesn't consider this. You know, see, he doesn't. He would like to chastise Shama Sundari for doing which he did. But the Bhagavatam praises her. Remember, I told you what the real Bhagavatam says about the actions of Shama Sundari. But the Vaidhi Bhaktas don't know this. They don't know the real Bhagavatam. Her guru doesn't know the real Bhagavatam. The real Bhagavatam is her actions were praiseworthy. Just like Bali Maharaj gave up his guru, man. He gave it up because, you know, his guru was adverse to a real Shuddha Bhakta, which was in the form of Vamanadev. And so he followed the real Bhagavatam. Shama Sundari followed the real Bhagavatam. And look what the result is. She has an eternal relationship with the Lord, just like Bali Maharaj. See? She got with Bali Maharaj. I predicted this. Yeah, I told you, you know, when you do the real Bhagavatam, and that you can only do that if you're instructed by an empowered devotee. Otherwise, you follow those like her ex-guru, ex-guru, he needs to come here. Yeah, ex-guru who only knows the Vaidhi level. See, he needs Shiksha also. They all need Shiksha. They're all doing just Vaidhi Bhakti as far as I can see. They need to know the real essential Bhagavatam. And then they follow that path, and then they're delivered. Easily. You know, that's why I say all you ISKCON devotees, you could immediately leave every one of those gurus and come here. And you will please Krishna 1,000 times more than you staying there. Because they're not teaching you the real Bhagavatam conception. And I am. Now, doesn't that logically make sense? If you go to a teacher who's teaching the real essential Bhagavatam conception, that's a better place to be, a better place to hear. Because what are you going to get? The desired result quickly. You'll go many lifetimes following gurus like that who have not achieved love of Krishna, prema bhakti, like here. And because Prema Bhakti has been here, we preach the conclusive truth. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. See? We preach the path, the narrow gate that takes you right in the door, the portal to Vrindavan. It can be yours. How many of you? Who wants to be the first one in ISKCON? Who wants to be? Well, we already got some first ones. But you can be second or third or fourth. How about you and Gaudiya Samiti? How would you like to give up the many lifetime path your gurus promised you and come here and do what Bali Maharaj did? And he got flowers from the demigods showered over them. You can get those same flowers. Saying like Shama Sundari got the flowers from the demigods how she passed the terrible test. Her guru took away her beads or wanted to take away her name. And she said, oh, go ahead, man. Well, she was a little attached, but no, she got over it. Now, look at her, man. She doesn't even think about that stuff anymore. Just, man, I've got Krishna, man. And that's exactly, see, you got exactly what Bali Maharaj got. Bali Maharaj got an intimate relationship with Vamanadev, which is representing the same God that you got now. And Krishna was joking around like, we do. And said, oh, by the way, I'm going to fulfill your guru's desire and send you to hell because he said, I'm going to send you to hell. And so, but we're going to go together. And he was cool down there. And he was the coolest guy in hell, Bali Maharaj. All the demons wanted to go see him because they felt relieved. They felt cool. Let's go with the cool guy, the Iceman. Can you imagine? You need ice. You need ice in hell, man. It's hot down there, man. And Bali Maharaj was there, and he was a cool dude. He was the coolest dude. He probably had shades like this. Probably was looking cool, like this. See, Shama Sundari, she's a cool gal. She's very cool. See, she passed the test. I see the flower. Do you see? Does everybody see the flowers that the demigods are showering over her, passing that test? Why do you think she got a relationship like this? Because she followed the real Bhagavatam. This can be you and it's gone. Come on, I'm going for the rhinoceros. I'm shooting the arrow out there. Who wants to be the first to leave any one of those gurus and come here and get the flowers of the demigod showered on you because you realize better to go to the devotee Bhagavat who proves that they speak the Bhagavatam, the real Bhagavatam, than to go to an alleged devotee Bhagavatam that doesn't give you the real Bhagavatam, gives you speculations because they don't have any prema. They can't prove it. You prove that you have prema bhakti. Prove it. No one can do it. Not even one of them. Radhanath, prove you got prema bhakti. Jai Pataka, prove that you got prema bhakti. Acharya Dev, prove you got prema bhakti. Otherwise, we'll just go on proving it every day. That's where the real path is. Those who can prove that they have the blessing of Lord Caitanya, the blessing of Prabhupada. The blessing is prema bhakti, devotional service in ecstasy. Prove you can preach the essence of truth. Preach that you prove that you can get your disciples to do the Bali Maharaj trip and attain Vamanadev status. Attain Vamanadev. Otherwise, let these wild people in this group take over the world for Krishna and Krishna consciousness. They swing through the trees without restrictions. With Tarzan and Janes, swinging down in this jungle of the material world, man. Someone's on fire. Fanny says, wow, when I hear Shama Sundari's voice, I am lying exactly on a pink cloud surrounded with nectar. You got to start giving more classes there, Shama. They're waiting for your voice. They want to hear it. They want it. They got to have it. And you're now obligated. Murari became grave, and smiling hesitantly, he left for his home. That night in a dream, he saw Nityananda dressed like a kingly wrestler, walking ahead. Great hoods of snakes were above his head and in his hands. He held the great pestle and plow. Nityananda looked exactly like Sri Balaram. See, pestle and plow, pestle. Grind you to whiteness. Haven't we been grinding that Shama Sundari, man? Grinding there, plowing away, over the year, 2 years, 3 years now? How you been? 2 years, 3 years. Ooh, long time. But plowing away, grinding her to whiteness. Yeah. Yeah. See, so that's what Big Brother, the real spiritual master, they do that. You get you grinded and plowed, man. So there's a fertile for the seed of bhakti. See, the Lord wants to awaken in you. He held behind him walked Vishwambara. See, behind the guru is who? Gotta be, man. If the Lord ain't behind you and you can't show people, but beyond, well, look, he was voted in guru. Oh boy, he puts on a nice little act there, man. He's prancing around the stage like one of those show horses, with the feet going up like this. Sits his little butt on the nice Vyasasan. And can't you do any more than that, man? Can't you show that the God is behind your word? Behind your feeling, man. God is pushing you. Krishna's pushing you, man. You are the tip of the iceberg. You got the iceberg behind you. That's the younger Krishna, man, but who's mature in you.
Isn't it interesting in that pastime, playing with snakes, which you can do, you've given the ability to us to do here, and those many, they get fooled by the snakes. The symbol of snakes, the pharmaceutical symbol is snakes. They're fooled. They're fooled.
Yes. And Nityananda is a controller of reptiles. See, he's because he deals with poison. Lord Shiva, if you know snakes around them, and if you're a bona fide guru, man, you got to have that power, man. Otherwise, you can't confront these snakes. No way. This is the Lord's Mahamaya, man. Nobody can confront the Lord's Mahamaya and overcome it unless they're empowered by the Lord, Radha and Krishna, Lord Caitanya. You cannot overcome the Lord's Maya. People try in so many ways, but they never do it. That's why when you come here and you stay for a while, you realize I couldn't have gotten to could you have gotten to this place, Tom, where you're at, by following Sadhguru or any other path, do you think? This fast, this quick? How about you, Govinda? Could you have gotten to where you are?
No, I wasn't anywhere near this. I was far from this. I had a taste in the rooms. Some bhakti came in the rooms. A little bit of a kundalini awakening in the base of my spine in the 90s. A darshan of Krishna, beautiful, but nowhere near the association I have with you. And I realized that when I was with you, chopping the vegetables one time, because when I had darshan of Krishna, I was chopping veg in a hotel. I think, Krishna, you're so funny. You're so funny. The devotee is the door. You are the way. You're the door. And you've always go ahead. Sorry. You've always said, just so people don't misunderstand and misrepresent and false witness like many people do, in the time I listened to you and going back further, you've always said it's generic. You've always said others could be the way. Please come forward and show us your bhakti. That's an honest, straightforward request.
That's what I was saying is that's the kind of leadership you need. Is if your goal is Krishna or God or to go into the kingdom of God, you need a person that has that backing, the transcendental backing. That's all I'm saying. If they do, it'll be shown in their activities. Their close relationship, their transcendental emotional attachment will show. They must show it. Otherwise, how would anybody believe they're qualified? Otherwise, how do you know you're not being fooled by Maya? She's fooling everybody. Look, the politicians are out. Look at the popes. They get their position by votes and all that stuff. That's why Prabhupada said the real spiritual master, the real acharya, is self-effulgent. Not false ego self-effulgent. They're self-effulgent because of their intimate relationship with the true eternal self. You know, and that relationship, that's true, genuine, true blue relationship is what people need to be looking for. Otherwise, you know, that's why I preach about this. People don't know the path. The path are these qualities of a real spiritual master. They chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion, like Lord Caitanya did, like Nityananda did, like their real followers did. Where is that now? Nowhere to be seen as far as I've seen or not seen. And that standard is finished. They don't even use it anymore, that the real guru is an ecstatic devotee. They actually preach against ecstatic devotee. Oh, Prabhupada said, you're not supposed to show ecstasy. Oh, you know, or whatever, you know, they just always want to hide it. In other words, they don't know the real path. So anyway, I say one is very fortunate if you hear this preaching and your heart says, this is what I've been looking for. All I can say, all I can do is advise and preach and teach and show and demonstrate and just let the Lord play his flute for the welfare. You know, whoever is looking for the path, they will know it and they will be drawn here. And they are. I mean, you know, look, we get quite a few people now. To me, quite a few is you get 14, like, you know, or 20 or 23, you know. Yeah. I mean, that shows you there are more people that are interested. There are people, and there are going to be more. I mean, God, what alternative do you have? What, Big Brother and the government? My God, they're becoming draconian, big time. More and more every day. It's not letting up, is it? Well, they let up a little bit, but then they come down twice as hard. That's Maya's game. See, she dunks you down and lifts you up a little bit, and then dunks you down and then lifts you up a little bit. And each time you get dunked further down. How lucky I am, Fanny says. How lucky I am. Lalita Ganga was my neighbor. Yeah, otherwise I would never have sat in this amazing Sangha. I would never have known our greatest spiritual master, dear Sri HD. Yes. Fanny's heart is so beautiful, huh? So amazing. Thank you, Fanny, for giving me your association. I know I'm going back to Godhead just by having friends like you who wish me well. Yeah. Thank you so much. And all of you, you know, all your blessings and everything is guaranteeing me, because you're all devotees. You all have the symptoms of devotees, man. And I feel like you bless me all the time. Thank you so much. Yeah. Behind him walked Vishwambara, who smiled and spoke in his dream. Now do you understand, Murari? I am Junior. Consider this properly in your mind. Then both the Supreme Brothers smiled at Murari, and thus instructing him, they disappeared. Murari woke up immediately and began to shed tears, breathing heavily. He was repeating Nityananda's name. His chaste wife became worried and prayed to Sri Krishna, chanting his name loudly. Murari was now convinced that Nityananda was the elder brother, and with this thought, he happily hurried to meet the Lord. So, does anybody else want to read a little bit?
I could do when I get into the pub across the road and sort the signal out, but not immediately.
How about you? Okay. How about you, Samasundari?
Yeah,
Do you want to read?
Shama.
Hare Krishna. I would love to. I have today such a taste. I am like, wow, but I'm at work and I'm cleaning the floor now and I have to leave this place. I have no books, nothing.
Okay,
But my ears.
we'll catch you on the rebound.
I'm ready.
Yeah. You can catch me
Yeah.
if you
Go
want.
ahead there, Tim. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just need the page. It's the second page from the because
Yeah. It's a second. Is it second page? Let's see.
478.
Yeah, second page there. Yeah. 478. Top.
Murari woke up immediately and began to shed tears. Breathing heavily, he kept repeating Nityananda's name. His chaste wife became worried and prayed to Sri Krishna, chanting his name loudly. Murari was now convinced that Nityananda was the elder brother, and with this thought he happily hurried to meet the Lord. He saw the lotus eyes, Sri Vishvambara. He saw the lotus-eyed Sri Vishvambara sitting with Sri Nityananda sitting on his right, a benign smile adorning his lips. Murari went first to Nityananda, offered obeisances at his lotus feet, and then fell at Vishvambara's lotus feet. Whoa. Whoa. The Lord smiled and inquired, Murari, why did you act in this manner? Murari replied, My lord, I acted according to your sweet will. Like a dry blade of grass is blown in the breeze, all living beings perform according to your irresistible power. Yes. All living beings.
Yeah, isn't that's see, all living beings. So what the distinction people need to learn is there's the modes of nature, which are the Lord in that form. It's more like the universal energy, passion, ignorance, and goodness. And it forces people to act by that because they're influenced by the external energy. See, external energy, it makes you externalized. You look outside for at the objects, see, of the senses. See, so everybody is under the force of the Lord. But see, you can be influenced by the spiritual potency, which is a much better quality experience. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It produces auspiciousness, true auspiciousness for yourself and for others. Okay? And it proper direction, it gives sight to the blind, which is everybody. People are spiritually blind. See, spiritually blind. New Agers are spiritually blind because they speculate. They think the demigods, they think astrology or tarot is going to deliver them, or something in the mode of goodness is going to do. That's blindness. No, only the transcendental Lord, this transcendental potency that we're preaching here is going to deliver you. If your guru has not attained the transcendental potency, they do not have the power to deliver you. That's why the devotees here that come here, they feel deliverance. Right? Shama Sundari is delivered. She feels it. She knows it. She experiences a relationship, right? With the Lord, the Almighty Lord, the All-Sweet, the Rascal of Vrindavan, the Rake of Vrindavan. Go ahead, Tom. I just had to glorify that point.
Well, all living beings perform according to your irresistible power.
See, and you might as well go for the irresistible power of Krishna's transcendental manifestation, man, because it's fantastic and we're going to show it. And every day we show it, we're going to show it more, and where it gets so apparent that even Klaus Schwab is going to be convinced. Even Bill Gates will turn in his needles and come get a shot of this Krishna and Radha in his veins.
Yo.
Go ahead, Tom. I'll try to be peaceful.
Again, the Lord said, Murari, you are very dear to me. Again, the Lord said, Murari, you are very dear to me. Hence, I have disclosed the confidential truth about myself to you. Wow.
Read that sentence again.
Again, the Lord said, Murari, you are very dear to me. Hence, you have disclosed the confidential truth about myself. And hence, I have disclosed the confidential truth about myself to you.
Okay. Did Lord Caitanya was saying that? Say that one more time.
Yes. The Lord said, Murari, you are very dear to me. Hence, I have disclosed the confidential truth about myself to you.
Yeah, and that's the Lord's nature, to disclose the confidential truth about himself to those who are dear to him. Now, that is a reciprocal thing. That's why you have to be awakened, man. You have to be around a devotee who's very dear to the Lord, because the Lord is very dear to them. It's not just one way, like they say in the prayers, Prabhupada, who's very dear to Krishna. They're never thinking, is Prabhupada dear? Is Krishna dear to Prabhupada? You need to start thinking like that, because that's a reciprocal relationship. And if the person, like, you could say, well, this devotee is very dear to Krishna, right? They say that probably about these gurus, very dear to Krishna. But what you really need to see, everybody, listen up, is Krishna dear to them? Because if Krishna is, there'll be symptoms and not just a paper on the wall and a bunch of votes from the GBC. There'll be emotional attachment. If Krishna is dear to that person, that means automatically that devotee is dear to Krishna, because they share the same heart. They're reciprocating. What the Lord feels, the devotee feels, that dearness. And when the devotee is feeling that the Lord is dear to them, they shed tears, they laugh, they cry, they tremble. And therefore, Krishna says what? He reveals the confidential truth to those kind of devotees. There you go, man. That is perfect association. That's your deliverance out there, world. That kind of devotee. If they don't fit that bill, then come here, because that's all here. You probably get the whole world here if they understand this, because they're kind of rare to find people like that, Tom, isn't it? You don't find people like that. People don't know what is the real path. The real path is a devotee who is dear to Krishna because Krishna is very dear to them. They are in their eternal transcendental relationship with Krishna. And prove it. Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
So we are all performing according to his irresistible power.
Yeah.
It is said here.
That's why Jesus also said, he said, those who the Lord draws here, the Lord will draw the people that he wants here. Okay? But that's why he preached. That's why all devotees preach that are preachers. That's why Goharidas is preaching. That's why you guys preach. Is those who are meant to hear the message, like the walls have ears. I notice when I'm in a coffee shop and I'm talking and about Krishna and everything, often somebody will come. They're listening at the other table, and then they'll even come over and say, "Wow, it's really interesting what you say." See, whoever's meant to hear it will come, see, and be drawn.
Yeah, drawn by the all-attractive one, by Krishna.
Yeah, I mean, that's our business. This is to draw people to the all-attractive one. That's being a servant of the Lord. I mean, it's the Lord that attracts the heart of a devotee. So the big brother, the servant, Nityananda, and those who are the servants of Nityananda, our lines come from Nityananda, right? Advaita, these are big brothers, or Mahajanavi, who was married to Nityananda, same thing. Our lines come from there. So we need to find now, because they're unmanifest. Where's the real line? Is those who have the same kind of bliss and ecstasy that Nityananda had, that Mahajanavi had, that Advaita had. Where do you see that in the world? That's not even the standard anymore. People don't even, they never even knew it anyway in this life. But you know what? Those who are drawn, they come because they're looking for this.
Yeah, and the purer you become, the more attracted you become. And the more attracted you become, the more closer, the more pure you become.
Well, the more purified you become. You're not thinking of pure and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay, purified. Yeah.
More purified. Yeah, the more purified you get, the more you realize about Krishna. And that's fantastic. This is, it's part of the happiness of devotees, is to understand everything more.
And the attraction is also connected to the mood of separation. You feel separated. Then you will feel attracted. It's the same.
Yeah, it's an attraction. Yeah. Well, yeah, it depends on That's another thing. We'll talk into that's kind of deep right now. Go ahead.
Gadadhar, the Lord beloved associate, was seated on his left. Gadadhar, the Lord's beloved associate, was seated on his left. He prepared tambula, pan, for the Lord and gave it to him. The Lord said, Murari, you are a stalwart amongst my devotees. Saying this, Sri Caitanya gave him some of the chewed pan from his lotus mouth.
Yeah, and that's another quality of the qualified devotee, the real associate Lord Caitanya, the real guru. Okay, let's put it that way. That's relevant. People need to know that. They're stalwarts. They are committed, man. They are really, you can see this person's surrendered, this person's committed. This person is dear. All these qualities appear in the body, in the attitude, in the mind, in the heart of a real associate of the Lord Caitanya. There should be no reason not to be able to distinguish them. That's what we do here. The only problem is you don't hear them from real devotees. The book of Bhagavad is telling you all the time. All you have to do is hear the book Bhagavad from a devotee Bhagavad, where you see, oh wow, those qualities are in the person speaking to me. My guru has this quality. I could see they're manifesting in them. Otherwise, the Lord ain't in them. The Lord ain't awakened in them. They also need the big brother, the Shiksha. See, Prabhupada's disciples, all of them, and all the lines that I've seen, they need the big brother to bring them to the spontaneous devotional platform. Otherwise, there's no big brothers yet. What, to bring people where Prabhupada brought the devotees? It's already been done. But where's the next phase of bhakti? Where's the progressive bhakti path? Anybody got ears out there? Are you looking for the progressive path? Are you ready to go beyond Varnashram Dharma? Anybody? Because I'm not interested in those who are like, wow, this Varnashram Dharma, oh, ceremonies. I love rules. I love regulations and ceremonies. Man, they motivate me to get out of bed. I'm motivated to get out of bed because I want to commune with God. I want to taste intimacy. I want to taste that happiness. I can give a fig about a rule getting. I can't get out of bed. If the rules were my only inspiration, I'd be sleeping 14 hours a day. I'd need a temple commander to come wake me up like they do now. Who the heck wants to get up because of a rule? But ecstatic devotion, that's a whole nother matter, isn't it? Get up, like, man, I want to taste this name, man. I want to relish the taste of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. See, there's your degree. What kind of degree of devotion is awakening in you? You should be thinking in terms of that. See? Who's got the God frequency? That intimacy, that dearness to the Lord. Where can I see those qualities and qualifications? That's where to be, man. That's your life is made perfect in that association, and that association alone from somebody who is genuinely empowered by the transcendental potency is the greatest boon of all lifetimes. That is where your final deliverance is. You're out of here forever. Are you ready to get out of this material world, Shama Sundari? Two thumbs up on that one. I remember being fired up, waking up for the morning program. There you go. Yes. Okay. Now you're probably fired up for this morning program. We go. This is here. I was up just to read Prabhupada's books, man. I'd get right up, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, even in the temples. The temple commander had to wake everybody up to go to the program. I was up before everybody, and didn't need any alarm clock or temple commander, man. Yeah. It's been my habit for years to get up early. I just like it, man. I love it. Get up and commune. The Gopi hour. You got to have the Gopi hour, man. Go ahead, Tom, a little bit more.
Yes, so this word stalwart I was focusing on. Murari, you are a stalwart amongst my devotees. Saying this, Sri Caitanya gave him some of the chewed pan from his lotus mouth. Murari received this with anger, respect, upon the open palms of his hand. And upon eating this prasad, felt great ecstasy racing through his body and soul. Wow. This feels like real genuine empowerment. Oh my God.
Yeah, that how that shows up in our world in reality, because the Lord is unmanifest. See, the Lord's chewing that pan. He gives the remnants to his devotees. He gives the remnants of his food to the devotees. So when a devotee is chanting, the Lord is actually he's the ultimate doer, man. He's relishing this ecstasy, and so the devotee relishes at the same time. First the Lord is actually doing it, then the devotee, but it's so fast that it's like simultaneous. That's the meaning when Jesus said first the Father does the work, and then the Son. The Father does the work, and then the Son works. But it's very fast, lightning speed. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Great ecstasy racing through his body and soul. Sri Vishwambara's Shri Vishvambara addressed Murari. Murari, go wash your hands now. But Murari wiped his palms upon his head. The Lord exclaimed, now you have lost your caste. You foolish fellow. You have become contaminated by wiping your hands, which has taken my chewed remnants on your head. Suddenly the Lord's mood changed. He became angry, grinding his teeth loudly. He began to manifest his supreme identity. He said, a sannyasi named Prakashananda, living in Kashi, has the audacity to try and inflict pain upon my person.
Do you see that point? Do you see the
No.
point? The Lord gave him the remnants, right? He chewed them, felt the ecstasy racing through his body, and then the Lord says, "Go wash your hands." And so he went like this. So in other words, what's there to wash? He's being washed by the mercy of the Lord, the pure devotion, that bhakti, that ecstatic feeling was washed everything. So the Lord is joking in a sense. He says, "Oh, now you're polluted because you washed your hand like that, on your head. You should have washed it with water. You're contaminated now. You have my remnants on you." See, that's what Vaidhi Bhaktas think. They think that a devotee who breaks the rules and regulations because of ecstatic love is contaminated. But that's so the Lord is teaching that, and Maury thinks, I'm not contaminated. He's actually acting properly. To wash his hands is actually give the wrong understanding. That's the etiquette. You follow the etiquette, but it's actually wrong. That etiquette. You shouldn't wash your hands on the level of Raganuga Bhakti or spontaneous devotion. You need, if Murari or myself am going to teach spontaneous devotional service or Raganuga Bhakti, I got to teach the devotees the Raganuga principles like this. That is purifying to be around even a devotee who breaks the rules. That's what Lord Caitanya used Nityananda to teach that. Nityananda broke every rule in the book. He didn't even keep his clothes on a lot of times. He just went down the street nude. That's offensive according to Vaishnava etiquettes. All kinds of things he did right. He stole milk. He go and sucked the breast of Malini to get milk.
Here it feels.
Go ahead.
Here it feels like a funny joke, like a funny joke. This doing like this. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not going against some rules, or it's not heavy. It's light. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, the teaching. Yeah. The teaching is. It's that relationship that's purifying. So Nityananda, whatever he did, didn't matter because he was in transcendental relationship with the Lord. You learn just by seeing devotees like that, seeing how they act, how they relate. Whatever they say may even seem odd, but their vibration is purifying. Lord Caitanya would make some odd sounds sometimes. People gung gung gung, but it didn't matter because he's transcendentally situated. And
it also feels cute. It feels cute and funny and not heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So stuff like that. Okay, you know what? I think I need to go now for a little bit here. Thank you very much, Tom. Good reading. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for coming, all 16 of you. And we'll be back.